Thank you.
Well, now, Andrew Feinsteen is an author and Jewish Labour Party member who was an MP under Nelson Mandela in South Africa. I spoke to him earlier and began by asking him if he regarded Jeremy Corbyn as in any way anti-Semitic.
John, I've known Jeremy Corbyn through his activism against apartheid in South Africa. I've known him through his activism against the arms trade. I've seen him interact in his constituency. I have never seen any evidence of racism, of anti-Semitism, or anything closely related to.
But according to Luciana Berger, a former Labour MP, she says he has made a number of different anti-Semitic comments. He shared platforms with known anti-Semites. What's the reaction to that?
John, I think if one looked throughout my personal and political history in being critical of the state of Israel, one occasionally might see something on social media, might share a platform with somebody, all of whose views you don't necessarily support. I experienced that in South Africa, fighting against apartheid. I don't think that suggests that someone is anti-Semitic. I think that what one has to do is take all of a person's statements on issues, and there is absolutely nowhere that I have been shown or can find a statement of Jeremy Corbyn's that could in any way be interpreted as anti-Semitic. I do think, John, however, that there are certain people in the Labour Party who have effectively abused the notion of anti-Semitism to attack Jeremy for his political leadership. And that, I think, is a separate matter and an unfortunate one.
Is there a case for suspending Jeremy Corbyn for what he said of this commission report?
In relation to the EHRC report and what Jeremy Corbyn said about it, the report explicitly allows members of the Labour Party to say exactly that. If that is not good enough for the leader of the Labour Party, he should set aside the entire report. He can't pick and choose which elements of the report suit him and which don't. With respect to the suspension of Jeremy Corbyn, the report makes absolutely clear that it is in no way offensive to comment on the scale of anti-Semitism allegations within the Labour Party, which is what Jeremy Corbyn did today.
But do you worry that perhaps you'll be suspended from the party for saying what you've said?
Frankly, John, if the Labour Party were to suspend me and claim that I in any way to contribute towards anti-Semitism, I would simply remind them that I was the first member of parliament in South Africa to introduce a motion on the Holocaust in the history of the South African parliament. I have lectured at Auschwitz on genocide prevention, where my mother lost 39 members of her family. If the Labour Party would like to suspend me for supporting Jeremy Corbyn in this particular instance, I would be very happy to defend myself and my commitment to fighting anti-Semitism and all racism.
Do you fear that there is a schism coming in the Labour Party?
I fear that the current leader of the Labour Party, who claimed that he was elected on a ticket of seeking unity, is doing the exact opposite and is creating divisions and ignoring a significant segment of Jewish Labour Party members who are very supportive of Jeremy Corbyn.
Andrew Feinstein, thank you very much indeed for joining us.